In February of 2023, the world watched as college students cried out to God, repenting and worshiping without stopping in what became known as the Asbury Outpouring. For 16 days, through day and night, the presence of Jesus was encountered by more and more people traveling from as far away as Japan and Russia. The Holy Spirit was changing lives, hope was being renewed, and it all began with students. But Asbury was neither the beginning nor the end of what God was doing. Going back to the 1960s, scores of young people on the West Coast were radically transformed by God in what became known as the Jesus Movement. Since the late 1980s, thousands of students at Texas A&M have continued finding freedom at a Bible study called Breakaway. Throughout the 2000s, countless young adults responded to God's calling through YWAM, Crew, Navigators, and local churches. And in the 2020s, hundreds of thousands of young men and women have gathered in arenas, in stadiums, through the Send, Passion conferences, and more. Some of these moments were scheduled gatherings held in faithful obedience. Others were spontaneous outpourings defying all expectations. But all of them were God's hand on the lives of students. Today, another generation of young men and women are finding hope in Jesus at a gathering called Unite.
I mentor a lot of college students, and I can look at their social media and it looks amazing. And then I can spend about 10 minutes with them and find out everything's not as amazing as the pictures look. And a lot of times behind their pictures is a lot of pain nobody knows about. So when I was mentoring these students, I was hearing stories of girls who were saying, I spend a lot of time in my closet, isolated. I pull my hair out. I claw myself until I bleed. And I beg God not to let me live another day because I can't cope with life, it's too hard. And those are the stories I was hearing that created something in me that said, I will not sit back and watch this happen. And so we started on Auburn's campus just praying. I had 5 students gather in our football stadium for the first day of prayer, and then in a few weeks it turned into about 200 students praying together, just praying for God to do something on this campus, bring back hope to a hopeless generation. I think the message that we take to college campuses is truth and hope. Like the hunger you see at this campus, the hunger you saw at Asbury is only going to continue. This movement is going to keep moving across our nation. It's going to unite our nation. It's happening. We are witnessing students walk into salvation, freedom, connection like never before, and there is a hunger that is being fulfilled where a lot of these students who come to these events are not in church, have never been a part of a church, not in a student ministry, but they will come to an event in their basketball arena. Thousands of students are coming forward.
I feel like the church, college students, we've all been asleep for so long, almost kind of spiritually dead, and God is slowly, hey, wake up. And now you see thousands of kids coming to Christ. You see ministries booming. You see churches full on campuses. You see Ohio State football holding 2,000 person revivals. You see all these local ministries and campuses and arenas being filled across the country. So a lot is happening.
Witnessing firsthand, literally every single day, every week, every time we go to a college campus, witnessing just the way the Lord is literally raising up his people in this generation to be the leaders that are going to lead our nation and lead our country.
As the students go, so goes the nation. I believe that what heaven starts, hell can't stop, and it's going to keep going. It's only going to grow. It's only going to get bigger and better, and there's hope. But I believe that every single person who knows Jesus Christ has to rise up and do their part in making an impact on this generation and in all generations. A revival to me is lost people coming to know Jesus and then going all in and then taking that message and sharing it with others, and then that movement, just that ripple effect of that, just kind of moving across a city, a state, a nation, honestly, and that's what we're seeing.